Hello world. There's been some people who have expressed some interest in seeing how this little monstrosity goes together. So here's how. I got my, this is my back bearing plate that I got off just because I was swapping out the 118 inch long 1/2 inch V-belt. It's just preventative maintenance. I actually didn't need to because I got all the pulleys lined up where I want them, and they haven't tore up my belt yet, but we're just gonna swap her out so I don't have no problems, and I'll have a good spare. No biggie. So I took my deck off, and that's one of my clevises to hang my deck from. So I just unhooked the pin and took the chain off. This is the underside of her. So all my drive belt needs to do is go between these two hydros. Right back to the back pulley from my engine. The electric PTO clutch. Okay. So once I got my back bearing plate back on, I'm just gonna slide that thing right under there, hook the pivot right onto my pivot bar here, and then we'll lock the cams in place so it can't go anywhere. And then I hook my chains up to my deck lift. Yeah. And then I put the drive belt around my PTO and then my top drive pulley. This is the, where is it? I had to flip this stationary pulley around, and I had to put this idler, add an idler in here, because this was over here, John Deere factory. So yeah, that's about all the mods I had to do for this frame itself. I did put that spring on there just to help lighten the weight a little bit when I'm lifting it up with my foot pedal, as you can see here. Yeah. What else? Oh, this. If I had to do it again, I'd do this differently. This is it's actually a windshield wiper motor that I gutted because windshield wiper motors don't go one way when you want them to and the other way when you don't, when you want them to. There's just there's a mechanism in there, spins one way and it oscillates your wiper. So I'd use a window motor next time. If anybody's, planning on doing this, don't use a windshield wiper motor. That's not real super high tech. I had to make an adapter. Yeah. Had to make an adapter to fit the big bull gear in here. Actually, I didn't. A good friend of mine did that for me. Many thanks. And yeah, I just lopped my old corkscrew off and took the handle off and just put that right into the adapter. And then here's my chute deflection linear actuator. Yeah. And this is where the super lazy man action happens right here. I'm pretty happy with this whole setup. I'm just motoring along and I want to turn my chute, just hit over. It's right at my fingertips. I don't have to let off. I don't have to crank nothing. So yeah, super happy with that. I got to get going on my light. I need to put a light right there. There's not one there. I need to put one there. I also got hookups down there for another light out front. I gave myself options from the beginning, and I have yet to get organized enough to use any of those. But yeah. So there she is. Hope I have explained some things. Sorry, I'm just bebopping around with the camera here, but got stuff to do. Thanks for watching.